Why did I go to Pennsylvania? Because they had a lot of foxes. I'm going to tell you that story about going to Pennsylvania. We called up a very, very well-known fox trapper. And I told him on the phone that I caught 92 fox in New England. And he made the comment, he didn't trap much. I didn't debate it with him. But I wanted to say, what the hell are you talking about?
It's playing.
Hold it right at him.
You told him right at him.
I said to myself, Olson, if you're ever going to know if you know anything, you're going to go to Pennsylvania. Jumped in my truck, I don't know when, but I went down to Pennsylvania, started knocking on doors. Right? Did not change a thing. Same sets, same lures, same everything. Did the same thing. And I'm not bragging, I'm stating fact. I caught 27 fox one day and 24 the next, back to back. You couldn't do that in Maine if you trapped all year now, because they aren't here. You get my point about location? Most of you people, a lot of you people are here to hear the secret. The secret, right? The secret is putting the trap in the ground. You don't come in and you watch something I do, something that's a little different. Oh boy, that's good, that's good, that's good. You know, you'll watch them. You know, I don't know if you get my drift. The secret, and we've all said it, is getting the trap out of the back of the truck, putting it in the ground. Here's one that people forget, especially spring beaver trapping. Here in Maine, this means more than, this is a statement, but it's also true. The last day of the season means as much, if not more, than the first day. Spring beaver trapping and big beaver trapping gradient. The weather's better, the beavers are moving, but everybody else wants to go mow the lawn. They want to go raise the garden. You get my point about that? We're all excited for the first day. The last day means just as much. My claim to fame, and I don't mind saying it because it's the truth. My claim to fame is I've spent more man-hours trapping than anybody I know in the state in New England. But I'm not that good. What I am is the character, consistent. I know trappers that I consider know as much, if not more, than I do. But I put the time in. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how that sounds to you or whatever. Anyway, if you buy into the fact that I say foxes, coyotes are nervous, they're high-strung, they're not smart. If you buy into that theory, then you have to react to that, right? Now I'm going to attempt to show you. I do not trap in shorts. I don't.
Wow, you look pretty sexy.
In New Mexico, shut up. In New Mexico, you could. In New Mexico, you can trap in sneakers because no rain, no mud, no nothing. Jagger's thing about trapping, you're trapping in mud, you know, which is true, right? Now I'm going to find out I don't have half of what I wanted to get. I put this together. I got my stuff, who knows, a month ago, 2 months ago or something. But as I do this, and you know what? I'm going to tell you the truth. I think I might have said it already, but you try to be nice 8 days in a row. I mean, seriously. Now you try to go out and do this. I'm half brain dead already. When I get done here, that's going to eat up more brain cells. He already said that. I don't know how Alvin would it. But, and I am. I get to the point where I'm going to have a hard time talking after this, right? But my punchline is, if these animals are high-strung, if they're nervous, if they're not smart, in New Mexico, there's holes everywhere. Hole. There's a pack rat hole. You never do with a pack rat hole. You can't have hole. I'm starting to lose my voice. I think it's COVID.
He just say what I think he said.
It ain't monkeypox, is it?
I'm going to try to imitate an animal. Remember when we used to use the 1.5 coils? You'd make a little tiny hole. You wouldn't make a big one. You would not. Then you'd make a place for it. This is the greatest place in the world to do a demo because of the dirt. I planted this dirt on purpose just to do this. Everybody thinks dirt hole. I was into making different looks on top of the ground, and I can still do that. I had like 7 or 8 different looks on top of the ground. I could make a bird bath set. I could make a cow flap set. I could make a mole tunnel set. Everybody that does a demo here has the same thing. There's a point of reference with a trap in front of it. To me, and I'm going to go against that in a minute, the key to me is putting the lure in a position where they have to step on the trap to investigate. You get that? All right. If you make a bowl-shaped thing, you also got to remember that in front of people. Yep, I found something I don't have. I don't have my statement on this. Anyway, and I hate to do it without it, because that's bullshit. But I'm going to do it without it. I always put my stake right there. Not there. It's pretty simple. Why? If you bed your trap on top of it, that's hard. Makes it harder. If you put it there, the grass hasn't been messed up. The grass itself is a lot of holding power. You know what I'm saying? Down here, the lower you put it, the better pulling power he has out of it. I already forgot half of what I was going to say. You look at the bottom of a trap. You want to talk about bedding a trap? It's like a house on a foundation, right? Point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4. They have to hit solid ground. It's just like a house. I'm going to lose my voice. I can see that coming. You understand that? I did one of these once, and I got all done, and the guy says, if you want a backer, there it is. If you want a backer, there it is. Right, there it is. Right there. I didn't talk about this, but let's make believe that's a tree. A few things you don't do. You don't set too close to the tree, so he wraps around and he's got pulling power. Trees have leaves. They fall off the tree. So you don't want leaves here. You can't always avoid that in this part of the country. You don't want to put it here either. You want to put it out there where the sun can hit it. You know what the sun does? It dries it out. And after you think about that long enough, it becomes second nature. You know, I watched a guy, I went to a Trappers thing and the guy said, why don't you come watch this and give some pointers. Honest to God, I thought everything he did was wrong. He says, you got anything to say? I said, I don't think I should. Look, I don't know why you threw that in there, but anyway, my trap of choice right now, and I say right now because I call it evolution. This is a 550 Duke. Great trap from a main trapper's standpoint. The only thing you have to do with this trap is take it out of the box and put a swivel in the middle, and it's main trapping legal. And that's big in our state because they have to be center swivel. There's so many goofy things I don't even know what they are anymore. They don't really care because they don't mean much. Somebody is, and you know that I'm putting this over here because I didn't bring my founder. If you have a drag, everybody, not everybody, some people put the drag down. Put the drag here. Cover it up with dirt. Then once again, it's easier to bed the trap. A lot of times the drag will catch on the edge. Boom! He's got 6 feet of pulling power. He's apt to pull out. I personally don't like drags. I don't like spending time looking. A drag, if they pull out, all you're looking for is a trap. You may not find it. I had a cow in New Mexico step in the trap. Found it. You know, people, there are places where you probably need drag. I'm time conscious. The guy said they're going to shoot him, they got to shoot him, they got to shoot him. We lost 3 or 4 traps that year. We would not have had 3 or 4 coyotes shot. So you get my point? To me, that would have been so much easier and simpler, right? Jumping in. So my trap of choice, you know, I like John Pingley. I like him a lot, like a brother. I like Bill Duke because I believe in their product. I feel like a phony if I'm promoting somebody. That ain't no good. That ain't no good. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, God darn it. I just picked these out of my pile. Some guy came here once and he said, one of your traps is not an adjustment. I said, show it to me. I want to see this. You know, I don't think he knew what I meant. So anyway, these traps already are center swiveled. They have the night latch. They have all kinds of good things. I'll tell you one thing that you need to do. Make sure you got the name tag on there right. Because that's the only thing they can choose. Every year now I get done, and I'm telling you, 8 or 10 of my name tags aren't there. I got to improvise that and make it better, because that's the only thing they can choose. Anyway, I watch some of these young guys, they set this thing so damn easy. I ain't young no more. I heard Todd. I heard Todd talk about he's a high pan and then he dropped it. You know, that's not my style. But the night latch I think is a great thing. I really do. I trapped with a guy and he said they can't spring the trap. Well, they weren't stepping where they were supposed to. That's my theory. Right? Bedding a trap. I did this once in a demo like this. The guy says you don't care about bedding your trap. To me, that's already bedded. I had my little bowl. Those 4 points I talked about are hitting solid ground. It's bedded. The guy says, you don't care about bedding. I said, bullshit. I said, you don't realize how easy it is. That was all right, it's cocked a little. You know what? This is one of those things. Charlie Dobbins was one of my favorite people in the world travel. He had 8 ways to do everything. That's the truth. I can give you a plus and a minus for any way you turn that trap. Plus and a minus. Set the trap. My way is to put the dog that way. Right? He's going to cramp on his foot this way. When I started using 175s instead of 1, all of a sudden I noticed they were strong enough to hold the fox this way. Didn't have a chance to turn. It was strong enough so they would catch it the other way. Anybody understand what I'm saying? He does. I know he does. Right? Anyway, I was also glad to hear one of these guys, I don't remember who it was anyway, he said, and he'll debate this one, when I went down south, they J.P. Wilson. I had to hide it. J.P. Wilson was using pancup. I didn't want it. It was soft sand, it was, you know, he didn't say it, but I'm going to say it. The pan is the pancup. Think about that. The pan is the pancup. You're putting dirt down, right? I don't know. You want to know where you can get dirt anytime you get around here anyway? Go up to the town garage. It's already salted. Yes, your trap's going to salt, but if you ever need it, it's up to the town garage. You know, and that's what you're paying for with your taxes. Anyway, what you should do. Down in New Mexico, that's why I loved it. Down in New Mexico, you could take the sand here and just push it over. It was unbelievable. It really was. You know? Anyway. Now, all right. I like to make it so that the pan is. Now you can start to play. I call it play. I don't want that. That was wrong. That was wrong. Because I'm imitating the way a skunk digs a hole. Alvin said to me once, he said, I don't like pre-baiting because there's no fresh dirt. A skunk digs. So let's just say you pre-bait, right? And then you go back. Of course, I like to make it natural. Ned, a skunk digs. He digs. That's fresh dirt. You didn't have to do that the first time. You can do that when you go back, right? I mean, skunk. Then you go on. You can start to play with it, do anything you want. Let's just say you don't like it. He said, he ain't gonna step on the pan. Well, entertain yourself. Entertain yourself. You know? Make him step where you want him to step. I used to go away and dig the dirt up. Then I began to realize how stupid that was. You know, number one, you're spending more time, you're leaving more human odor. Is my dog still here?
Your wife can come over and get him.
She did. Where was he?
I had him.
Huh?
I was holding his leash.
You gave my dog up to my wife?
But only to
Oh
your
my
wife.
God. I love that dog.
I could ask a question, but I won't.
You will, eventually.
Eventually.
All right, now, if you're imitating the way a skunk digs it, you know, you may, you gotta remember, all of this you do makes the trap spring up hard. I think I might have said it, I'm not sure I did or not. If you were gonna do this, right, it wouldn't be underneath you'd be out there where the sun is. Let the sun hit it all day. Let the sun dry it out. It's pretty simple. A lot of the sets I make, and I was into having different looks on top of the ground. I really was. I used to make a trap right there. I left a little dirt. Like this. There's a trap. Don't ask me what it is. Could be a fox trap, could be a fox trap. If you believe my theory, Foxes and coyotes aren't smart. They're nervous. Excuse me. You gotta make it as natural as you can. Everybody's dirt hole. You walk out in the field, they all know what's saying. You know what's saying. An educated animal or a nervous animal is gonna know what's saying. Am I right? But I don't always do it this way. I like to entertain myself. But this is one way to do it. And you can laugh at that entertaining thing. After you're trapped for a certain amount of time, you got to make yourself. So I want to do this tomorrow. I want to do it tomorrow. I'm going to say the same thing about first day versus last day. Those last 3 hours of the day mean just as much as the first day. Whenever I have the possibility, and the fur prices are high enough, especially, I hire my skinner done. I flushed a beaver once and the guy said, "Is that the best way to do it?" I said, "Nope, hire it done." Back when beavers averaged $30, $40, you got somebody who'll do it for $5. That's brain dead. I mean, there's no debate there. You have him do it and you stay out those extra 2 hours. Don't have to worry about going home to skin him. You know, that's cheating. I know a lot of people think that's cheating. Well, you don't skin them. Nope. You know, I wind up doing more people's fur that I bought than I do my own. When I went to Pennsylvania trapping, Jerry Johnson did my skin. I could trap all fox all day long. You get home at night, drop them all. I stayed in a motel. I mean, that to me was the ultimate. I mean, that's what it was. Lures, baits, those type of things. I love to debate everything. And he may disagree with me because he's a lure maker. Everybody may disagree with me. I think the only gland lure there is right there. It's urine. You take the, I'm going to say it. You take the glands out of your girlfriend and your wife. Grind them up. Let them rot down and put them in a bottle. If you took the bladder, you're going to smell that. To me, that's the only, and once again, if you go back to my theory, thought a nervous animal. It's a nervous animal, a high-strung animal. It's the most natural thing you can do, is urine. I don't believe, and this is debatable, I don't believe in putting it anywhere but where he has to step on the dirt. Right now, you're going to say, well, he doesn't have a backer. Doesn't have a backer. I can hear somebody here. All right, if I did want a backer, oh my God, that skunk was busy that night. He was busy. You know, and I could get carried away unless your visual ability. Todd said, leave a thing, right? You know, I could have got that closer and come back. So then I do have a back. All right. Lures and baits. I have a really good friend that uses pepperonis. I have another good friend that uses hot dogs. You know, I like, because it's a byproduct, oil sacks from beaver. You know, cut them in 3 pieces, put them in, especially out wet. It's semi-dry, arid climate. That's oil. Think about that. That's oil. And it's a very natural, trappers are cheap, including myself. It's a byproduct. Use it. It's a byproduct. You know? Well, anyway, here's one that I like the best. I don't know if the best. Here's one of the things, and I don't know if I can even find it. Long distance call loop. It's here. It'll go right there. Right there. Turn around. Put it right there. You know why? It's down low. You're imitating a skunk so that odor makes sense. You're lining him up. You're trying to get him over here. But you don't know which way he's coming from. But he's going to go there first. That's the only time I'll put an odor in a position where they don't have to step on the trap. That's it. Understandable? You got a strange look on your face. Anyway, lures, baits, whatever. And it's here, out of the bottle, into the thing, so that into your set. I don't believe in making 3 trips to the truck. Bring it with you. Everybody says make it simple stuff. Have it here. Have it. I trapped with a kid. He'd go get his bait. He'd go back. He'd get his lure. He'd go back. Said to myself, he wouldn't listen to me anyway. What the hell's he making so many trips for? Have it there. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't make sense, especially time, odor. I had my dog for a reason. I believe having a dog is a great thing. if you make the ordinary, everyday dirt hole, that's the reason for it to be there. The dog. Something dog, you know, the dog. But I trap a lot in southern Maine. Humans are everywhere. You know, they're used to smelling humans. They're used to stealing from humans. I'm starting to have my steak. I use track maker. This is what I used to take the bait out. Pick it up, yeah, put it in. God, I'm losing my voice. I'm getting old. I love to make tracks. If I was going to make a flat set, if I was going to make a mold tunnel set, if I was going to make what I call a bird bath set, if I was going to make any type of a set, I like tracks. Why do I like tracks? Pretty simple. It's a nervous, high-strung animal. Aren't tracks pretty natural? I don't really know how to get the odor on the foot. I've had farmers say, "Ha! You're no good. You had a fox jump right on top of your track." No, I made that track. Yeah, you can laugh now. We all try to make this harder than it is. We're all looking for that mystical, magical thing. I don't want to bust your bubble, but it isn't out there. Never want, in my age, my shape, don't want to let the trowel get away from you. Or you won't get up. That's half a joke, but it ain't. Beaver trapping, I've crawled to my tire and pulled myself. Because I had to. Well, it's hell to get old, as they say. Hell to get old. And you know what? I believe if I don't do much more, I've explained it. I really do. Huh? Question.
White bucket. A little white bucket.
That was what the dirt was in.
Well, that's what you carry, dry dirty.
The dry dirt, anthill dirt work. I never got into the peat moss thing because it was always so light. I did, if you notice, do believe in making it look as natural. When you pour dirt out there, it doesn't look natural. Whether they can detect colors or not, I don't know. My dog, I'll say to my dog, I'll say, go get the red ball. Guess what? She goes, it's a red ball. Some people say they're colorblind. Maybe she's doing that by smell. But what difference does the red ball smell from the other? I really don't think it's anything. You know? If you bring your own dirt, saves time. You don't have to sift it. There it is. But that's one of those summertime jobs you have to do. Who right now has the best chance to catch something here?
You did.
Thank you. Why?
It was right there.
There you go. You get my point? You know, well, you know, and that's why you people come. You want to know that mystical, magical thing. You know, set the trap. Do it in what I consider natural, easy way. You get the hell out of there and go set another one. If you want to catch the number. One of my pet peeves, and I see it all the time. Guy sets 100 traps, the guy that sets 5. The guy that sets 100 makes fun of the guy that sets 5. No, the guy that sets 5 makes fun of the guy that sets 100. No, whoever's having the most fun is the most successful. You know, whatever your time allows you to do. I personally have never been happy. That's why I've trapped in 13 different states. I want to catch another one. Whether that's right or wrong, that's what I want to do. I'll give you a defense of trapping that I bet you might not have ever thought of. It's an instinct for man to want, I ain't going to use that kill word, harvest something. It's an instinct. You know, I read a book that thick on the history of hunting. His whole punchline in the book. Unleash that pressure, give the guy a gun and let him shoot something. Have you ever heard of a serial killer that was a hunter? I haven't. They were hunting the wrong thing. If you get my drift. I'm going to show you how I do them in here in a minute. I'm going to give you a couple of tidbits that I get a kick out of. These are the type of things I really like. You walk up to a coyote, for example. Talk to it. Talk to it. It's like that young lady right there. Talk to her in a low tone. Country. Boy, I can't wait to, to see you. Pull up the gun, shoot. Bang! Talk to him in a low tone of voice. The one that I heard, I wish he's Gary here. Right here. There he is. Hiding. He's got it on his camera. I'm going to try what he does. You know what he does? Box at him. I'm gonna do it. Arr! And I did it to my dog and it worked. He boxed at him. Guess what they did? They calmed down. He's got it on his camera with him petting one. He had it so baffled, whatever the right word. Then he petted him. He'll show you on the phone. We're gonna make it, right? Think about that. You become the alpha. Alpha man. Now when he's sinking over there, he doesn't know what's happening. But anyway.
Oh, I know what I think.
Anyway, we tracked together. You know, that was something. Both of us were younger. Both of us. And I would have loved to have that on tape. We were both thinking we were the best. Boy, we were gonna outdo the other guy. You know, oh Jesus, we worked like dogs. You know, who of them was talking the most? Was the guy that didn't talk the most that day. We had some great memories. We really did.
Who won? Who won?
I won. What the blank are you talking? Anyway.
You can talk about